by someone's or general spirituality belief part 2.
Now going back to the 12 number base system that we all work on in many countries earlier, it starts at a sexagesimal system. A system adopted from the rabbit hole we went through earlier. The Anunnaki, the earliest we could presume, then the Sumerians, then the Babylonians. The colluding alliances took down Babylon and will come back to a proclaimed ruler of majority of nations, making up our history after. Now the word sexagesimal is an ancient word by the language of ancient Sumer. Many say it's unrelated to any known language by the Sumerians, and probably then on we could presume, but it's not really too far-fetched and not known. The sexagesimal system is a system based on the calendar, time, and our measurements for anything, all from this ancient society. Interestingly enough, now the old Babylonian society had no root number for 0. I'm going to put a video here to break down the simplest bases I found to explain how they told time.
Meet it all the time, well, you do use it a lot when telling the time, because of course there are 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. But why 60? Why this random number 60? Well, it all goes back to the Babylonians. Thank you, Babylonians. Because what they wanted back then is a very nice number that divides quite easily. So if you think about the number 60, what divides it cleanly? 1, of course, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In fact, it's the smallest number that's divisible by all of these. Well, why is this important? Because you can take half of it, you can take a quarter of it, you can take a fifth of it, you can take a third of it. You can divide 60 up in a lot of ways. So if you're cooking in this base, you can cook with lots of fractions of that. So if you don't want to cook a whole meal, you can cook half a meal or a third of a meal, or things like that. Again, if you're telling time, you can have quarter of an hour, you can have 20 minutes, you can have half an hour, you can have 3/4 of an hour. It all divides 60 very nicely. And when you don't have computers, you need a number that you can divide nicely, so you get nice round numbers at the end of it, so because they're easier to work with. So I mean, 60. Well, why? If 60 is so nice, why do we use 10?
You just asked my next question. Go on, tell me why.
Well, the idea is that we use 10 because we have 10 fingers, so you can just count along. As you're a child, you'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But what's it's thought is that the Babylonians actually counted into 60 on 2 hands. They would use each knuckle on one hand to count to 12, and then count the number of 12s on the other. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, one set of 12. And then you do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 sets of 12. And again, until you get 5 sets of 12, which is 60. Highly divisible, and you can use it on your hands. So when the Babylonians were working with this number 60, they were also very good astronomers. And what they found is that the year is pretty much 360 days. So that's the length of time it takes for the Earth to go a full circle. And that's why the circle is divided up into 360 degrees. And further, each degree is then divided up into 60 minutes. You can have an arc minute, which is a 60th of a degree. And that further is then 60 seconds, 60 arc seconds of that 60 minute.
I wonder if we can...
As you heard and seen here, the Babylonians used a 12-month, 30-day system and a 60 fraction system by degree, hours, minutes, and seconds, even still used today as we know. Sexagesimal for many deciphers actually means 60 regarding Sunday. Some say regarding an ancient Sunday holiday worship.